Hello and welcome to the Purpose Life series again. My name is 𝙮𝙤𝙀𝙀𝙀 and I'm so excited to be in your faces again this week. And of course, we're starting another series that I'm really excited about. First of all, have you caught up on our previous videos? We've spoken about reflections, we've spoken about how you can lead from the place of purpose as a workplace leader, as a leader, wherever you're leading. And those videos, I'm sure, are going to really be valuable to you and be valuable to your leadership team, to your colleagues at work, and anywhere where you know that there is an atom of leadership. All right, so go to our previous videos, watch them. And don't forget to like, don't forget to drop your comments, and please subscribe to this channel, because once you subscribe, you get notifications when we upload our new videos. It will pop up on your feed one way or another, and it's going to be something of value to you at every point to tune in. Today, we're starting something new. Like I mentioned earlier, we are speaking about the art of purposeful execution, and I'm going to be discussing this over the next couple of weeks. Stay with me, don't go anywhere. Welcome back. So some time ago, somebody came into my DM on LinkedIn, I think, and said to me that there's an issue with the organization, and that is with the fact that they start a project with so much enthusiasm and with so much excitement, and then it gets to the middle of executing the project and everyone becomes tired, everyone becomes weary, they're no longer enthusiastic. Sometimes they don't even see the project through to the end because of this. And you know what? It is not only happening with his organization, it is all happening with organizations that this person has had conversations with. And that means that it is a prevailing issue. It is a pain point for a lot of organizations and a lot of leaders who have teams that are working together on projects, on so many things. And that's one of the reasons why I've decided to do this set of videos on execution. So don't go anywhere. Stay with me, because I know you will get something very valuable. So where do we start from? Whenever you have a project, whenever you have an organization, whenever you want to start anything, if you want to see your team, executing your project to the end, there are things that you would want to do. Now, what I'm going to be discussing is not exhaustive, but I am very sure that if you take these things into consideration, you are going to find success. You will execute to the end, and you'll be glad at the results you have at the end of your project or whatever thing that you're doing. The first thing you need to pay attention to is the definition of your project. Why are you carrying out your project? What is the purpose of that project? You need to clarify, you need to be crystal clear about why you are carrying out any project, why you're starting the project. You see, there is this thing about having big goals, about having visions and all of those things, just having big goals. And goals can be really beautiful, goals can be really nice, but if they don't flow from the place of purpose, from the place of your why, you will set your goals based on how fine or how good they look. It won't flow from the place of purpose. Now, one of the reasons why executions or projects are not executed to the end is you find out that by the time you ask one of your team members or people around, they'll be like, we don't even know why we are doing this thing that we're doing. Because they don't know. It doesn't mean you as the leader of that team doesn't know, but it is not clear to the people you're working with. And that leads me to my second point. You must be able to know how to articulate and communicate your why effectively to your team members. Your team members have to understand why you're doing what you're about to do. You have to get, their buy-ins. They have to understand it alongside with you. If you're the only one that understands what you want to do, You're going to struggle a lot. And I, as a person, have experienced this before with my team members on different levels. I have experienced this where I know that the reason why these people are not, on board with me with this execution thing to the end is because I've not, articulated and I've not communicated my point to them, my purpose, why we are doing this. But I found that in cases where I've been crystal clear about why we are doing what we are doing, because they're on board with me, especially if it aligns with their own purpose as well, if it aligns with their own values as well, they get into it. And one thing I would like to say about this is that when you're communicating with them, you're communicating the purpose with your team members, make sure you get their own opinions of it. What do they think about it? Does it align with their values? Because if it doesn't align with them, you'll find out that they will not also, it won't mean anything to them per se. They'll probably be on board with you because of the gains of the pay. And you know what they say about whether we sell or we don't sell, I will still get my salary at the end of the month. But you don't want your team members to be like that, because if they are like that, they will keep coming to your place of work, they will keep coming to team meetings and all of that, and then they won't really care whether the project gets done or not. What they really care about is that they are going to get paid. But you want their values, you want what is important to them to sort of align with the big purpose of the project that you are doing. Another thing that you need to do that strengthens execution is research. Research. Now, whenever you're clear about the project that you're doing, you're clear about why you're doing what you're doing, you've communicated to your team members why you want to do what you need to do, you need to get them into research. Now, research expands your knowledge about what you want to do. Research deepens the reason for your execution. It deepens your understanding of what you want to do. And if your team members also are on board with you, it deepens their reason to want to join you to do it. So give yourself to research. Let your team members also go and research on whatever they are doing, whatever things that they can do, and you'll find that at the end of the day that they come back with more excitement about the projects that they want to do. And that will be all for this week. Catch me again next week as we continue on what you need to do to execute your project successfully from the place of purpose, as a leader, as a workplace leader, as a professional, as an entrepreneur, as anyone who is willing to carry out any project. Thank you and see you next week. Bye.